Have you ever wondered why some people seem to attract money and success easily while others struggle? The answer might surprise you. It's not about luck or even hard work. It's about something much deeper, the way you think and believe. This powerful idea can change your life because it's all about what's happening inside your head. Think about it. What if you could become rich just by changing your thoughts? Sounds too good to be true, right? But here's the thing, many wealthy people swear by this method. They say it's the reason they've become so successful. And the best part? Anyone can do it. You don't need special skills or a lot of money to start. All you need is your mind. But here's the catch. If you don't change how you think, nothing in your life will change. You'll keep struggling with money no matter how hard you work. It's like trying to fill a bucket with a hole in it. No matter how much water you pour in, it'll always leak out. To fix this, you need to face your fears and change your beliefs about money and success. This might sound scary. Looking at your own thoughts and fears isn't easy. It's like cleaning out a messy closet. You might find things you'd rather not see. But if you want to change your life, you have to be brave enough to look inside yourself. Remember, every successful person has had to do this. They've all faced their fears and changed how they think. And if they can do it, so can you. Now let's talk about something really exciting, the law of assumption. This idea comes from a smart guy named Neville Goddard. He taught that our thoughts create our reality. It's like we're all walking around with a magic wand, but most of us don't know how to use it. Here's how it works. Whatever you believe to be true becomes true for you. If you think you're bad with money, guess what? You'll always be bad with money. But if you believe you're a money magnet, you'll start to see opportunities everywhere. It's like wearing different colored glasses. Wear blue ones and everything looks blue. Wear pink ones and suddenly the world is rosy. But why is this so important? Because it means you have the power to change your life. You're not stuck with what you have now. You can create the life you want just by changing what you believe. It's like having a superpower that you never knew about. Think about it this way. Have you ever noticed how some days, when you're in a bad mood, everything seems to go wrong? You spill your coffee, you're late for work, and nothing goes your way. But on days when you're feeling great, good things just keep happening. That's the law of assumption in action. Your mood, your thoughts are shaping your day. Now, imagine applying this to your whole life, especially to money. If you start assuming you're wealthy, if you truly believe it, the world will start to reflect that back to you. You'll notice opportunities you never saw before. People will treat you differently. And slowly but surely, your reality will change to match your assumption. This might sound too simple. You might be thinking, if it was this easy, wouldn't everyone be rich? But here's the thing, it's simple, but it's not easy. Changing your deep down beliefs takes work. It's like learning a new language or a new skill. It takes practice and patience. But the good news is, anyone can do it. You don't need special talents or a lot of money to start. All you need is your mind and the willingness to try. Now let's talk about how billionaires think. What's going on in their heads that's different from everyone else? Understanding this is like finding a secret map to success. First off, billionaires think big, really big. While most people are worried about paying next month's rent, billionaires are thinking about changing the world. They don't limit themselves. If they have an idea, they go for it no matter how crazy it might seem to others. But it's not just about big ideas. Billionaires also believe in themselves 100%. They know they can make things happen. When they face a problem, they don't think, can I solve this? They think, how can I solve this? It's a small change in words, but it makes a huge difference. Another thing about billionaires, they're not afraid of failure. In fact, They see failure as a stepping stone to success. Each time something doesn't work out, they learn from it and try again. They know that every no gets them closer to a yes. Billionaires also focus on opportunities, not problems. Where others see difficulties, they see chances to make things better and make money in the process. It's like they have special glasses that let them see gold where others just see dirt. Now, why is their thinking so different? It's because they've trained their minds to think this way. They use the law of assumption all the time, even if they don't call it that. They assume they'll be successful, so they act like it. And because they act like it, they become it. The good news is, you can copy this mindset. You don't need billions in the bank to think like a billionaire. You just need to start assuming you're already successful. Act as if you're already wealthy. Make decisions the way a rich person would. Talk the way a successful person talks. At first, this might feel weird, like you're pretending. But remember, this is how the law of assumption works. You're creating a new reality in your mind, and slowly but surely, the outside world will start to match it. Start small. Instead of saying, I can't afford that, say, how can I afford that? Instead of thinking, that's impossible, think, how can I make that happen? These small changes in how you think and talk can lead to big changes in your life. Remember, every billionaire started somewhere. They weren't born thinking this way. They learned it, and so can you. It's like learning to ride a bike. At first it feels wobbly and scary. But the more you practice, the easier it gets. Soon you'll be zooming along without even thinking about it. The key is to start now. Don't wait until you feel ready, because you might never feel completely ready. Start assuming you're successful today. Start thinking like a wealthy person right now. The sooner you start, the sooner you'll see changes in your life. And here's a secret: the more you do this, the more fun it becomes. It's like playing a game where you're the hero of your own story. You get to decide what happens next. You get to create your own adventure. So are you ready to unlock the power of your mind? Are you ready to start thinking like a billionaire? Remember, the only limit is the one you put on yourself. Your mind is incredibly powerful. It's time to use it to create the wealthy, successful life you've always dreamed of. Now that we understand how billionaires think, let's talk about a powerful tool they use: visualization. This isn't just daydreaming, it's a technique that can actually change your life. Visualization is like watching a movie in your mind, but you're the director, the star, and the audience. You create vivid mental pictures of what you want in life. The key is to make these pictures as real and detailed as possible. Here's how to do it. Find a quiet place where you won't be disturbed. Close your eyes and take a few deep breaths to relax. Now, imagine your ideal life. What does it look like? What are you doing? How do you feel? Let's say you want to be a successful business owner. Picture yourself in your office. What does it look like? Is it big and spacious? What can you see out of the window? Now imagine yourself making important decisions, signing big contracts, or giving a speech to your employees. How does it feel to be so successful? The more details you add, the more powerful this exercise becomes. Use all your senses. What can you hear in this successful life? The hum of a busy office? The sound of applause after your speech? What can you smell? The leather of your chair? The fresh flowers on your desk? Don't just focus on things. Imagine how you feel in this new life. Are you confident? Happy? Relaxed? Let yourself really feel these emotions. This is crucial because the law of assumption isn't just about thinking. It's about feeling too. Do this visualization exercise every day, preferably in the morning when you wake up and at night before you sleep. These times are best because your mind is more open to suggestion then. Now, here's a common mistake to avoid. Don't visualize the process of becoming successful. Visualize already being successful. Remember, the law of assumption is about assuming you already have what you want. So don't imagine yourself working towards your goals. Imagine you've already achieved them. Another tip: make your visualizations fun and exciting. If you're bored while doing this, it won't work as well. Get creative. Make your visualized life even better than you think is possible. Remember, you're not limited by reality here. This is your imagination, so go wild. Now let's talk about something that happens to everyone when they start using the law of assumption: doubts. They're normal, but they can really get in the way if you let them. Doubts happen because our brains are used to our old way of thinking. When we start to change our thoughts, it's like our brain throws up a red flag saying, "Wait a minute, this isn't what we usually do." This is why it's so important to understand why doubts happen. They're not a sign that you're doing something wrong. They're just your old habits trying to stick around. So how do we deal with these doubts? First, don't fight them. Fighting your thoughts just gives them more power. Instead, acknowledge the doubt, then gently remind yourself of what you're trying to achieve. It's like saying to your doubt, "I see you, but I'm choosing to believe something else." Another powerful way to overcome doubts is to look for evidence that supports your new beliefs. Did something good happen today, no matter how small? That's evidence that your new way of thinking is working. Maybe you found $1 on the street, or someone complimented you. These little things add up and help to strengthen your new beliefs. Staying positive when things are hard can be tricky. Life will still have its ups and downs even when you're using the law of assumption. The key is to see these challenges as temporary and as opportunities to grow. When something goes wrong, instead of thinking, "See, this doesn't work," try thinking, "This is just a small setback on my path to success." Remember, even billionaires face problems. The difference is in how they react to them. A great trick for staying positive is to keep a success journal. Every night, write down 3 good things that happened that day. They don't have to be big things. Maybe you had a really good cup of coffee, or you helped someone with a problem. Writing these down trains your brain to look for the positive in your life. Also, surround yourself with positive influences. This could mean reading inspiring books, watching motivational videos, or spending time with people who believe in you. The more positivity you have around you, the easier it is to stay positive yourself. Remember, changing your thoughts is like building a muscle. It takes time and practice. Some days will be easier than others, but if you keep at it, you'll get stronger and stronger. Soon, positive thinking will become your natural state. Now that we understand how to visualize and deal with doubts, let's talk about how to make the law of assumption a part of your everyday life. This is where the real magic happens. It's not enough to do this once in a while. You need to make it a habit, just like brushing your teeth. Let's start with your morning routine. How you start your day sets the tone for everything that follows. So, make your mornings count. As soon as you wake up, before you even get out of bed, take a few minutes to visualize your success. See yourself living the life you want. Feel the emotions of already being successful. This puts you in a positive state right from the start. Next, try saying some affirmations. These are positive statements about yourself and your life. For example, "I am worthy of success," or "Money flows to me easily." Say these out loud if you can. It might feel silly at first, but remember, you're reprogramming your mind. The more you say these things, the more you'll believe them. Throughout the day, be mindful of your thoughts and words. Catch yourself when you're thinking negatively and turn it around. If you find yourself thinking, "I can't afford that," change it to, I'm working towards affording that. Small changes in how you think and talk can make a big difference over time. Another powerful daily practice is gratitude. Take a few moments each day to appreciate what you already have. This might seem counterintuitive when you're trying to manifest more, but gratitude actually puts you in a state of abundance. It reminds you that good things are already happening in your life. In the evening, before you go to sleep, do another visualization session. Review your day and focus on the good things that happened. Then, visualize more good things happening tomorrow. This programs your subconscious mind to look for opportunities while you sleep. A great evening practice is to ask yourself powerful questions. For example, what can I do tomorrow to move closer to my goals? Or, how can I be even more successful? Your mind will work on these questions while you sleep, often coming up with creative solutions. Remember, consistency is key. It's better to do these practices for just a few minutes every day than to do them for hours once a week. Make them a part of your daily routine like eating or sleeping. Also, be patient with yourself. Changing your thoughts and beliefs is a process. It won't happen overnight. But if you stick with these practices, you'll start to see changes in your life. At first, they might be small. Maybe you'll feel more confident, or you'll notice more opportunities. But over time, these small changes add up to big results. The most important thing is to make these practices enjoyable. If they feel like a chore, you won't stick with them. So find ways to make them fun. Maybe you can do your visualizations while taking a relaxing bath, or say your affirmations while dancing to your favorite music. The more you enjoy these practices, the more effective they'll be. Remember, you're not just doing these things to get rich. You're doing them to become the kind of person who naturally attracts success and abundance. You're reshaping your entire way of thinking and being. And that's something truly valuable, no matter how much money you end up making. Let's take a moment to look at some real people who have used the law of assumption to change their lives. These stories show that this isn't just a theory, it really works. Take Sarah, for example. She was struggling to make ends meet as a waitress. Every day, she worried about paying her bills. But then she learned about the law of assumption. She started visualizing herself as a successful business owner. At first, nothing seemed to change, but she kept at it, believing in her vision. One day, a customer at the restaurant mentioned they needed someone to manage their social media. Sarah, who had always been good with computers, offered to help. This small opportunity grew into a full-fledged social media management business. Within a year, Sarah was making more money than she ever had before. She credits her success to the law of assumption, saying, "I became successful in my mind first, and then reality caught up." Then there's Mike, who had always dreamed of traveling the world, but never had the money. He started assuming he was a world traveler, visualizing himself in exotic locations every day. He even started learning phrases in different languages, assuming he'd use them soon. At first, his friends thought he was crazy. But then, out of the blue, Mike was offered a job as an international sales representative. The job required extensive travel, exactly what Mike had been visualizing. He says, "It's like the universe rearranged itself to make my assumption come true." Another inspiring story is that of Emily, who wanted to buy her dream house but couldn't afford it. Instead of focusing on her lack of money, she started assuming she already owned the house. She would visualize every detail, from the color of the walls to the feel of the doorknobs. Months passed, and nothing happened. But Emily didn't give up. Then, unexpectedly, she received news that a long-lost relative had left her an inheritance. It was exactly the amount she needed for a down payment on her dream house. Emily believes that her consistent visualization and assumption made this seemingly impossible event possible. These stories teach us important lessons. First, persistence is key. Sarah, Mike, and Emily all kept believing, even when nothing seemed to be changing. Second, the universe often works in unexpected ways. None of them could have predicted how their desires would come true, but they stayed open to opportunities. Lastly, these stories show that the law of assumption can work for anyone, in any situation. Whether you're struggling financially like Sarah, want to change your lifestyle like Mike, or have a specific goal like Emily, this law can work for you too. Now that you've learned about the law of assumption and seen how it's worked for others, it's time to start your own journey. Remember, you don't need anything special to begin. You already have everything you need, your mind. Start today by choosing one area of your life you want to improve. Maybe it's your finances, your career, or your relationships. Now take a few minutes to visualize your ideal situation in that area. Make it as real and vivid as possible in your mind. Next, create a simple affirmation related to this vision. Something like, "I am worthy of abundance," or "I attract success easily." Repeat this affirmation to yourself several times throughout the day. As you go about your day, start noticing things that align with your new assumption. Maybe you find some extra money in an old coat pocket, or you receive an unexpected compliment at work. These might seem small, but they're signs that your new assumption is starting to work. Remember, change doesn't happen overnight. You might not see big results right away, and that's okay. The key is to keep going, to keep assuming your desired reality, even when the outside world hasn't caught up yet. Start small and be consistent. It's better to visualize for 5 minutes every day than for an hour once a week. Make it a habit, like brushing your teeth or checking your phone. As you continue on this journey, you'll likely face doubts and challenges. When this happens, remind yourself of the stories you've heard about people who've succeeded with the law of assumption. If they can do it, so can you. Also, be prepared for unexpected opportunities. The universe often works in surprising ways. Stay open and ready to say yes to new possibilities, even if they don't look exactly like what you imagined. Remember, this journey is not just about getting things or achieving goals. It's about becoming a new version of yourself, someone who naturally attracts success and abundance. Enjoy the process of transforming yourself. Celebrate small victories along the way. We've covered a lot in this journey through Neville Goddard's law of assumption. We've learned that our thoughts and beliefs shape our reality, that we can think like billionaires, and that visualization is a powerful tool for success. We've discovered how to deal with doubts, create daily practices for success, and we've seen real-life examples of people who have used this law to transform their lives. The law of assumption isn't magic, it's a way of aligning your thoughts, feelings, and actions with the life you want to create. It's about becoming the person who naturally attracts wealth and success. Remember, your journey starts now. Every moment is a new opportunity to assume the reality you desire. It might feel challenging at first, but with practice, it will become second nature. As you move forward, keep an open mind and a positive attitude. Be patient with yourself and persistent in your practice. And most importantly, enjoy the journey. The process of transforming your life can be exciting and fulfilling in itself. You have the power to shape your reality. You are the creator of your life. So go ahead, assume the best for yourself. Visualize your success. Believe in your dreams. Your new, abundant life is waiting for you to step into it. Remember, in the words of Neville Goddard himself, assume the feeling of your wish fulfilled. Your assumption, if persistently held, will harden into fact. So start assuming greatness today and watch as your life transforms before your eyes.